everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. As you can see from today's title, we'll be testing and reviewing the new collection. Where has the little press sheet gone? So we will be testing and reviewing the new collection by Patricia Bright X Revolution. So if you want to see what my thoughts are on this beautiful collection, then please keep watching. This beauty right here, like this beauty, look how stunning she looks. Please, can we just take a moment? Can I just have this face? Like, I just want it. This beautiful woman right here made an amazing collab with Revolution. It's about time. It's about time I see her face on something. I'm a massive fan of Patricia Bright. I've watched her for a very long time. I don't watch her a lot. I just watch her every now and then when I come across a video. She is amazing. The collection comes with 2 eyeshadow palettes and 4 face palettes. Yeah, 4 fabulous face palettes. The collection is called Rich in Colour, Rich in Life, which I absolutely love because Patricia is herself a woman of colour. So this collection is cruelty free and vegan, which is great for those guys that are cruelty free and vegan like myself. The collection launches on 30th of October, which was 2 days ago, and it is available on Revolution Beauty, Superdrug.com, Beauty Bay, and in stores in 6th of November on Superdrug. So yeah, you can get it at Revolution Beauty. I don't know if it's coming to Ulta yet. You guys can always follow Revolution's Instagram and check that out. So the collection does come with 4 face palettes right here, all including a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer slash contour. Obviously, I will be testing these on my face and we will be creating an eyeshadow look, which will be up on my Instagram. So if you want to just see the step-by-steps and get a little bit more of a look into the look, then just head over there. These retail for £8 and they're for 4 different skin tones, which I love because sometimes people just bring out one face palette and it just doesn't work for everyone. Why would it? So she brought out 4, which is amazing, and it comes with a highlighter, blush, and a contour, because sometimes people forget that highlighters need their own tones as well to fit different skin tones. Same with blushes. Not just one highlight's going to work for everyone. It just doesn't work like that. So I love the idea of these. I can't wait to get into them. This right here is the first palette, which is called Moonlight Glow. This is the lightest shade in the collection with a peachy blush, light brown bronzer, and a silver toned highlighter. So this is for really, like, I'd say fair skin tones, which is a really nice palette. We have Silver Sunrise. This is for light to medium skin tones. So this has a light pink blush, tan brown bronzer, and a peachy tone highlighter for a sun-kissed glow. Or gold, I could just hear Spandley Ballet. Like, I can just hear it in my head. I'm going to play that in a minute while I'm like cutting the scenes. I'm going to play it because Patricia, you've made me do it. So this is for medium to dark skin tones with a pink blush, medium brown bronzer, and a rose gold highlighter, which I really love. I might be using this one today. I don't know. I have a feel this might be a bit too red toned for me, but we can try. Dusk Till Dawn. This is the darkest shades, offering a rich brown burgundy shade, brown bronze, a brown bronzer with a luxe gold highlighter. That idea of a luxe gold highlighter looks absolutely stunning. This on rich skin tones would just look phenomenal. Like, I can just imagine all those dark skinned women are just going to look gorgeous. Those are the shades. There are £8 each. There are 4 of them, so obviously there's for a large amount of people. Now onto the eyeshadow palettes. She did come out with 2, which I'm really excited for, because you guys know I'm a lover for a good eyeshadow palette. I've always loved Revolution's formula, so I'm excited for this. So they have the Rich in Colour, which what I like about this is that there's one colourful palette and then there's one just like everyday mix up jam. You get what I mean? So first of all, this one's a little bit messy. A few shades did crack, but that's absolutely fine. The first palette we have right here is the Rich in Colour palette. Look at this, people. So this retails for £20, which is on the more of a little bit in the between of the expensive to not expensive. Probably isn't. Probably it's affordable. Obviously, of course, you can get it on Superdrug in different places, but this is stunning. I would definitely pay £20 for it. It comes with an amazing amount of shades. So this is filled with a mix of mattes, shimmers, and pressed glitters in bright and neon colours. I love that there are pressed glitters also, just because you don't have to then go out and buy another glitter palette. Do you know what I mean? Just has a mix of everything. The glitters are here and here, I think, as I know of right now. The shimmers, that green shimmer. Oh my God, Patricia. Like, I'm just looking up in the mirror up here. I can just imagine, like, oh, it's just going to look amazing. Like, I can just imagine this beautiful green. Love it. The Rich in Life palette, which is also £20, comes with the same amount of shades. I think there's 28 altogether, which is amazing. So this one right here is the Rich in Life. So it's your go-to eyeshadow palette, 28 pigments of neutral hues and some pops of colour. If you remember the last palette, the shimmery green that I showed you, this green right here would go so well with that in that palette. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know which one to use. I might have just a little look and then like just say, okay, cool, we'll use this one. But these are, I think, relatively affordable. Of course, we're gonna actually go into it. I'm first gonna go into the face palettes just because I just want to get that over and done with and showing you guys how I apply them before we then go in with the eyes. I'm not gonna go in with highlighter as of yet. I'm gonna go in with highlighter last after the eyes. Personally, I like the look of these two palettes, which is Sunrise, Summer Sunrise and You Are Gold. I think I'm in a mixture between the two. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think I'm probably a mixture between the two. This one looks a bit too reddy, orangey, and this one just looks a little bit... I think this one might work, I think. But obviously, of course, yeah, I've just got concealer on. The concealer I have on right now is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate in at C8. This is like my favourite, one of my favourite hydrating concealers. It's very powerful. The coverage is amazing. So yeah, I'm probably going to go in with the shade Sunrise, Summer Sunrise. I do want to go in with You Are Gold just because I want to sing the song in my head, but... Anywho, so we are just going to take the contouring bronzing shade in the middle. So I'm just going to take my Zoeva 126 cheek finish brush and I'm going to take the middle shade of the Summer Sunrise palette. It's going to take this. It's a little bit powdery, but it's nice at the same time. It's going to bring that. Okay, I need to tap that off. So we are then. Oh, okay. I like the tone. The tone is ever so slightly more pigmented than I thought it would be. Sometimes with bronzers they could be not so pigmented, but this one definitely right here is really, really nice. It's definitely pigmented, so be careful how much you use, which is also a good thing because then it lasts longer, if you get what I mean. Like the bronzer just sticks around longer in the pan. It doesn't hit pan as quickly. It is a tad powdery, but the formula isn't terrible. It really blends. As you can see, I'm just blending while I'm talking. Blends in really, really quickly. Really, really lovely. I'm having no problem so far. I'm looking at a faraway mirror, and normally with bronzers that don't work for me, they will show up straight away, but this one is really nice. I like these. I think they're definitely travel friendly. Of course, we've got to try out the other two shades, which I think I'm also going to like, but they are definitely travel friendly. Great for kits, especially because they're only £8. Sometimes I find bronzers that are just £8 and they're not that great. But what I'm doing is I'm tapping onto the actual pan, then I'm tapping on my hand just to get the excess off, because it's sort of just, it's still your skin sort of thing. So this is really, really nice. It's not too harsh. It's blending in like a dream. I feel like I'm just rushing the blend, but I like that sometimes, because if you're in a hurry, you don't want to be faffing around. Like if you're not a makeup artist, like I have to remember, some of the audience, not all of them are makeup artists. If you're not a makeup artist and you just want to be really quick with it, this is definitely for you. Especially, like I said, it's Revolution, it's affordable, it's amazing. I like this. Like I definitely like this. I might actually go in with You Are Gold just to add that extra bronze, because I like a really bronzed glow. Like I think you guys know me, I'm huge for I'm sucker for a bronze look. Now we're going to go in with the blush. I'm just going to take one of my By Bonnie 4 brushes. This brush is gorgeous and I like this. Like I like this blush. I think with me, I normally like more peachier, like a really peachy blush. Sort of like one of the peach, is it Peach Peony from ABH, that little brush trio. I really like peachy blushes, if you got what I mean. But this isn't so much. It's more of like a rosy blush, which I like, because I don't really have that on my, I don't really use that on my skin tone, but that might look really nice. We're just going to start to apply this. I think these are all like matte. I don't think, other than the highlighter, they don't really have shimmers to it. This comes off ever so slightly like the NARS Orgasm. I don't know, it doesn't have any shimmer to it, but I'm just thinking the undertone, well, blush is a blush, isn't it? But sometimes I just feel as I'm applying it now, my favourite blush is the NARS Orgasm one. I think for most people it is, but this sort of has a slight undertone, similar. Maybe it doesn't, maybe I'm just looking at a normal pink blush. But this one also blends really, really nicely. I would have liked to have seen this in more of a shimmier form, but that's absolutely fine. I like the matte vibe to it. Most people prefer a matte blush, but yeah, I think I've put it a bit too much, have I? No, but this blends in really, really nicely. They look really, really beautiful on the skin. I like to add a little bit of blush to my nose. Okay, so we are now going to move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to do a voiceover just because I want to use this on my Instagram, and it's just easier. Like me sitting there blending for ages, telling you, oh, I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. It's just long. I'd rather just tell you really quickly. But of course, you can head over to my Instagram, which is at hanstluce, and you can look at more detailed like more detailed step by step. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you a voiceover now of the look, and we will come back to apply the highlighter. Okay, so to begin with, we're first going to take the shade Trendsetter and just pack this all over the lid. It makes it easier to add tape just so you can really get that effect with the shadow to make it really, really intense. This made it easier to blend with. Then we're going to go in with the shade No Boo and just pack this in before we then go with the shade Miss Cool as a sort of like a liner. I'm just going to pack this on the outer corner just to deepen it up, as you can see, just to really deepen up the outer edge, just to add that sort of winged vibe to it. Like I said, we're going in with Miss Cool on just on the edge, just to really add that depth before we then take the shade No Exit with a shimmer brush and pack that on. This shade is just gorgeous, like it's just beautiful, is it not? And then we're going to go back in with these 3 shades next. We're going to take them on the lower lash line, except from the shade Shimmering. The shade Shimmering we're going to take in the inner corner, and we are done. Okay guys, so this is the look we have going on here. I really, really love it. I did use the colourful palette, as you guys would have seen in the little voiceover. My thoughts on this palette is I do like it, however it's not the wow factor. I think that's the good thing about it in a sense. It's the shades, for example, these green shades right here, they're not powerful enough for something like if you was to do a really crazy eyeshadow look. I did have to pack on a lot of the shadow. They blend really, really easily, which is always a pro. Always a pro. They're not insanely pigmented, which is fine. They look more pigmented than they are actually swatched, which is absolutely fine. Not as powerful as the Alexis Stone shades, but then I would get kind of bored seeing the same pigmentation, same formula in every single palette. So I do like, if you're into more of a subtle-ish colour, like not too out there, then this is great for you. It'd be good for kits, definitely good for kits. This shade right here I used today, No Exit, is, I don't know, I haven't seen what her, how she's explained with the palette, the ideas behind it. However, this shade is a putty shade. It's like that jelly putty sort of feel. So when I first stuck my brush into it, I was like, whoa, what is that? So I did use this with my fingers. It did go on really, really nice with the fingers. So please, 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 I'd advise using the fingers or using a dense brush, for example, like the Zoeva shader, something like really dense. Using that will really pack on the pigment. The pigment is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously on camera right now, it's all blurred out, but up close and personal, as you would have seen, the shade is gorgeous. That's such a perfect green. The blues are pigmented indeed, especially this navy blue here, which is the No Boo. I haven't tried all of them, of course, so I will be using this on my channel, on my Instagram a lot more. The eyeshadow palette was absolutely incredible for £20. Yeah, I think you get a lot out of it, especially with the amount of colours that you get. I would recommend, of course, if you don't want to be spending the £43 on an ABH palette or whatnot, then please, this is amazing. And of course, you get 28 shades for £20, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. I also like that it does have also a mixture of warm tones at the top. So I'd love to see, like, oh, I can't wait to use these 2 colours. These 2 colours are literally screaming my name. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I actually like that there's not too many shimmers, but then at the same time, I'd like there to be a shimmer that matched like these sort of shades. Maybe there is. Well, there's this one which is really, really nice, so I'd like to see how that works, but I'd love to see another like more type of shimmer in that sort of colour. But yeah, anywho, I love this. So now actually we're going to go on to highlighter. I'm going to go back to the 2 palettes that I used. I don't know what highlighter I think I'll prefer. I think I'm going to go for the one in the You Are Gold palette. This is described as a rose gold highlighter. I think it looks more champagne-y. Maybe on the skin it will look more rose gold, but we are going to go in with that. I'm going to spritz my brush using the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix Spray, and then I'm going to go in with that shade right here, which is You Are Gold. I'm hoping this isn't too like chunky. Sorry, I've got eyeshadow on there, but don't worry. So let's have a look, because you guys know I love me some highlighter. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. So this is in the You Are Gold palette. It's definitely champagne-y. Like if you like something a little bit like the Morphe Extra highlighter or the sparkle one, it's giving me those type of vibes. Definitely reminds me of something that would be in a sleek palette. This is really, really nice. I really, really like that. I think you guys can tell already, like I'm quite a fan of it. Yeah, it blends in nice. It doesn't look It's more of a drier highlighter, so I think if you want more of this type of effect, you'd want to spray the brush. But I like that because it's not every look has to be intense. It can just be a subtle glow, but obviously you know your girl loves a wow out there. But yeah, I'm just going to take this in my brow bone as well. This is dry, so let's see. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can tell, that looks stunning on. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, quickly apply my lips, and then actually I'm just going to apply a quick lip gloss, like I can't be bothered. So yeah, the face palettes I am a massive thumbs up for. I really like the idea of them. I think they're great, especially for £8 you get 3 different compacts in, you get 3 different pans in them, a blush, a contour and a highlighter. If you are more into bronzers, then this is definitely something I'd recommend. If you are someone that really likes my sort of makeup, that likes a really like a bronzed glow, then these type of palettes are for you. Obviously, of course, like I said, I read through all the descriptions. You can go to their website and look at the type of tones which would be for you. I thought to show you the packaging of this. This is like a really cute packaging anyway. But yeah, if obviously, like I've said, there are 4 shades to them. Would I recommend? Yeah. Same with the eyeshadow palettes. I think they're really nice. I haven't used both of them. Like I've just said, I've just used the colourful one. But the colourful one is a great product. However, like the shades are just not like, wow. But I like that. I don't want to always find a really intense palette. If you want me to compare it as a sort of something similar, I would say it's very similar to the pigmentation of the Paradigm Shift Volume 1 palette from Sample Beauty. It's very similar. I know a lot of people probably don't have that because they're not a I know maybe not everyone has that palette, but if you was to look at reviews at what kind of formulation, it's very Paradigm Shift Volume 1. Volume 2 was the really pigmented one. Volume 1 was the one that was very subtle. But yeah, the shadows are a little bit dry as well, which is probably why it doesn't have that like, but I like it. It's not a bad thing. I'm not criticizing it at all. There's nothing wrong with the palette. I just feel like if you are looking for something that's like, oh my god, out there, of course you can still get those out there looks. What I'm saying is you do have to pack on and build for a while. So it did take me a little bit of time, but there was no blending issues whatsoever. The pigmentation of these shimmers is insane, out of this world. Definitely the shimmers there were on point, but obviously the mattes had a little bit more of a dry effect to it. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Let me know if there are any more products or new launches you'd like me to review. Also follow my Instagram, which is at hanstluce, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.